All for now. We'll be back tomorrow.
Our daily roundup of sport across Birmingham. I'm Linda O'Brien, and joining us in the studio this evening is Derek Mountfield, the player coach at Walsall. Fishing for, it's time for Foster's Fishing Tips.
Welcome to this week's Foster's Fishing Tip. Now this week we're going to have a quick look at poles. Now a lot of you find that there's a lot of mystery regarding poles, but quite honestly it's reasonably simple. It's back to the old days of a stick and a bent pin. Only through space technology we have now got materials which are fine carbon, which will give you a pole that can stretch from 5 metres to 16 metres. Now this is a basic pole, and the top part is the bit that has the elastic through it, and it does the business. It controls a fish and enables you to play it from the far bank of a canal. Now to the top sections we can increase the length of the pole simply by adding joints. Now don't be frightened of them, and this pole will stretch to 13.5 metres. When I'm breaking the pole down, I can slide it back on a pole roller and break down the sections. Now this week's fishing tip is, as I continually break down a section, I'm going to get wear with those two joints touching each other. So there's some clever devices on the market. There are nose cones which come in a variety of colours, and there's also a speed fit which is also a nose cone, different manufacturers. And the idea behind these are that that can fit into that section of pole, and then it locates and into the pole without damaging the sections. It also has the advantage, there I show both types, it has the advantage that if a pole section goes into the water, it will enable it to float and you don't lose an expensive part of your pole. Now this particular pole is up in the £1,000 class, but you can get a good 11.5 metre pole from about £125. And that is this week's fishing tip. For a few pence you are saving damaging a very expensive piece of equipment.
Looks a bit like Handy Pandy today, does our John? Well, anyway, time to meet our guest for this evening. It's Derek John Foster, the inimitable